She's been leading the toughest crackdown on illegal immigration in modern U.S. history. And she was rushed to the hospital. What just happened to one of Trump's most powerful cabinet members is raising serious questions and exposing the double standard in how the media treats conservative women. I'm Kyle Becker, and welcome to Explain America. Please be sure to like, comment, and share this video. We really appreciate your support for the common sense journalism that we provide, and also if you're sick of the media's nasty treatment of conservative leaders who are just trying to do their job. Here's what we know. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was rushed to the hospital Tuesday afternoon after what officials described as an allergic reaction.
Breaking news just into CNN. Sources say Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem this afternoon has been taken to the hospital. I want to go straight to CNN's Priscilla Alvarez. Priscilla, what are you learning about this?
Phil, we're still trying to gather details. What we know so far is that the Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem was transported by ambulance on Tuesday to a hospital in Washington, D.C. One source telling our colleague Holmes Lybrand that she has been conscious at the hospital and has spoken to her security detail. We have also reached out to the Department of Homeland Security for any comment or additional details about what transpired here. So again, so far we know only that she was transported to a D.C. area hospital by ambulance. Today, we are still trying to learn more about her condition, though a source did say that she is conscious and she has spoken to her detail. Phil.
Priscilla Alvarez, we will keep.
DHS says the decision was made out of an abundance of caution and that Noem is alert and recovering. We don't know yet what triggered the reaction or how long she'll remain under observation. But what's just as disturbing is the way some in the media chose to frame the story. The Daily Mail, instead of reporting the facts in a serious way, ran the disgusting headline, "Ice Barbie Kristi Noem hospitalized." That's the level of contempt the left has for a woman who's actually enforcing the law. When Democrat men cry on camera over ICE raids, they get glowing write-ups. Like, take a look at Alex Padilla.
And as I was handcuffed and marched down a hallway, repeatedly asking, "Why am I being detained?" Not once did they tell me why. I pray you never have a moment like this.
But when a conservative woman turns in the hospital, she is just ridiculed. So let's be clear what we're talking about. Kristi Noem is the current Secretary of Homeland Security, handpicked by President Trump. She's a two-term governor, a former congresswoman, and she replaced Alejandro Mayorkas after Republicans impeached him for letting millions flood across the southern border. Obviously, he was never removed. Since taking over DHS, Noem has been a driving force behind mass deportations, worksite raids, and restoring order to the immigration system. She's not just talking tough, she's doing her job. In fact, just last week, she was in Los Angeles defending ICE agents at a press conference when things got tense. Democrat Senator Alex Padilla, ranking member of the Senate Immigration Subcommittee, barged in unannounced, got handcuffed by security, and was pulled from the room. Noem later said if he had approached appropriately, she would have spoken with him, and she did. Like, take a look at this part of the video that they don't usually show you.
And what they have tried to insert into
I don't know
the
why you
city.
insist
So I want to say
on
thank you to
exaggerated
every
and
single
embellishing.
person
Sir,
that
sir,
has been able to do this.
hands up, hands up.
Also, I want to talk
I'm Senator Alex
specifically
Padilla. I have
to
questions
the
for
rioters and
the
to
Secretary,
politicians
because the
and
fact of the
this-
matter is, I have a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your.
I also want to talk about specifically how many of our ICE agents have been doxxed for doing their duty, how they have been targeted, and how their families have been put in jeopardy.
So here's what you're not getting. This is a hoax about Padilla. They say that he identified himself before being dragged out by security. That's a flat-out lie. The full video shows that he was interrupting and harassing Kristi Noem before he was escorted out by security. Then he announced his ranking, as if that should matter. You should wait your turn. This isn't an aristocracy. You're not some kind of privileged snowflake. You are just a Democrat. We don't care what you say your name is. You're equal to the rest of us, and you're just doing a job. So this elitism, it's got to stop. This is not the America that our founders tried to establish over 250 years ago. So get it straight, Alex Padilla, and show some respect for the Trump officials, Daily Mail, and other media outlets, because Congress passed immigration laws, and Trump is just doing what every other president has done before, and Kristi Noem is doing what DHS secretaries should have done, like Alejandro Mayorkas. So if you support Kristi Noem and you're praying for her and you want her to make a full recovery, please like, comment, and share. Also give us some reaction about what you think about Alex Padilla and his attack on Kristi Noem's press conference. We really want to hear from you. Thank you.